We're here at Sunnydale Park School
Graduation car wash.
for the annual car wash. And here is running off. Yeah. And Michael Marson. Thank you. We have to go watch the cars right
there's
now.
Jeff Dolphin.
And there's Jeff Dolphin. Thank you.
Hi. That's Jason.
Go bucket.
Hey, Jamie, smile.
Bram,
Okay, ready?
come to give me the shoes.
Can we do this?
Thank you. Hey, get out. Stop that.
I don't know, but I'll take it.
Who are you getting wet?
You should never talk to somebody holding a pistol, especially filled with water. Get the wheels, get the wheels.
I didn't do it. Turn to the kids.
Oh, that's pretty wet too. There's people waiting to have the cars washed. We were. Oh my God! Hiya! No, you just make like me. It's Mel. Say hello, Mel. Hello, Mel. I'm Laura. What's known as trucks. Hey, little boy. Excuse me, are we going to wash your truck?
Yes, so.
What's the matter with him?
That's the thing. Do they expect us to wash these? What? My face is exciting. Say hello. That's such a great...
Boy, they're hot.
Fred, take it.
Hey! We'll try it out. Get the picture. Okay.
Go, leave. You're the first person.
I didn't see you get all these. I know it's look at me, I'm soaking. Look at this. This is easy. What? Do it all. No.
Corky.
Pretty good. Michael. How about Louis? What?
Well, you guys are terrible washers.
You're gonna have one clean window. Oh, Jake! Let it fill it! Let it fill it!
So are you satisfied with the job they're doing?
Oh, it's wonderful. My car's never been so clean.
I just like to say, everybody who's going to Lindsay, have a good year, and whoever's going to Wick, I'll see you there.
graduates.
Hi. Well, we just like to say, well, see, the thing that we'd like to say is, well,
Have a good summer. Good luck in the future, guys.
yeah, these are guys we'll never forget.
Good luck next year. You put up with me, and that's all I can say. You can't
Take a look to spit out with me, I understand that, but if Jamie doesn't get off me, I'm going to kill her.
What should I say? Have a good summer, Mona. Oh, okay. Say my name. Everybody have a good summer. Have a good summer, and we'll see you next year in high school.
Yeah. All of you who are going to WIC, I just like to say I'm going to have a good high school and have a good high school years, and hope we can stay friends.
Jay. Lindsay plays rules. He's got it.
I want to say to this party in Montreal that you made this year a great one, and good luck to all the guys in 95.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. We like the year a lot.
Yeah, right. And then
Yeah, it's an okay school.
Yeah, and we want to thank Madame Vigard and Ms. Sartre for all the work she gave us and verbs.
Because it
I
paid
think we
off.
had enough because it paid off for to go to high school.
We're gonna know everything.
We're gonna know everything. We're gonna be top students. I hope. And he has no clue what he's saying, so you really don't mind him. I know.
Yeah, and what was I gonna say? Oh yeah,
I like the school a lot, but I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss the school a lot.
What about you? Is this something your friends and your teachers? Do it, Jamie.
I did. Thanks. He's going to WIC. I'm going to Lindsay.
And he's my best friend.
I'm really gonna miss him.
Mine too.
And well, even though we're going to don't put your head on me. Really close. Really now, even though you're going to different school, hopefully we'll still be friends.
And who the hell?
You too. And if she doesn't get off, I'm gonna kill her.
No, I mean, we can't wait to go into high school.
I just want to thank everybody that helped us raise our money for the graduation.
Hi, this truck is really dirty.
Everybody,
And my favorite subject is gym, and then it's math.
No, gym and art.
Math.
And then French, and then, well, actually, French and English are kind of...
Did you know that these trucks were coming?
Nope.
You didn't know?
Nope.
And is this from your company?
I knew.
Yeah.
To all my friends that go down their school, goodbye.
Let's do the window.
Thank you, Madame Vigard, because I'm a completely different student since
Oh no, not on my camera.
since the beginning of the year, and I've really improved. So thank you.
Okay.
I've been in this video a lot so far.
My name is Michael, and his name is Ryan, and we were very good friends.
Since grade
5, and we're still very good friends.
Yeah.
And he's going to Lindsay, and I'm going to WIC. And I hope
we'll still play each other in camp in the basement.
yeah, we're still gonna be together. We're still gonna call each other. We're still gonna play everything together. And stuff.
And once again, I want to thank my teachers.
I like to thank Miss Parody and Madame Vigard for telling me all this good stuff in French. And if I didn't have
Especially the
Madame
verbs.
especially the verbs. And if I didn't have Madame Vigard, I would not know about verbs.
I wouldn't have the IQ like I have now.
Right now.
She taught me a lot.
Madame Vigard
I just got Gatorade
a
on my
really good
nose.
teacher for French verbs.
She is.
She is. She's a little tough on the side, but she's a really good teacher. What's this already? Like,
Yeah. Very nice.
thank you.
Wait. Watch it, guys, watch it.
great car wash. Yeah.
Okay, now.
This is a really great car wash, and I hope a lot of people come because we need a lot more money, and it's fun. Yeah, so come. It's fun. Fun lunch. Yeah. So come get wet. Try that last 24.94 price. Give me a C. Give me an A.
That's not our fault.
Come for your car wash, 25 cents lemonade. If you're not happy, you still have to pay.
If you're down and lonely,
And your car needs a wash, come to Sunnydale. We'll wash your car. It'll be a lot of fun.
Wave you idiot.
Come for your car wash, you'll be satisfied. Another happy customer, we take pride.
Whoa.
Located to our system here.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
yeah, I know.
I'm sorry. Okay, but don't stop the water. Stop the water. Stop the water.
Thank you for the car wash. Thank you for teaching us.
She's shy.
Go ahead.
Say something. Say, she's one of the smartest kids in our class.
I'm Lisa. I'm Christina. The wrong name. Hi. I'm Christina. Hi, and I'm Troy. Everybody graduated, I think. Well, we did. Of course. I just want to.
She's camera shy.
Yeah, we're in. I want to thank you for having a great year.
Yeah, you guys were really great.
Yeah.
And we learned a lot.
I know I've been a nuisance, but I'm sorry. I think we're going to be really prepared for high school this year.
Yeah, we have a parody and Ms. Vigard.
Yeah. Woo! Congratulations to all the grads! Woo! We like to thank especially Madame Vigard because, I don't know, she's a good teacher. She's a very good teacher and she has good...
It made us smart. Really helped us with our verbs.
Really helped us with our verbs.
I can tell you my favorite verb.
And I know every verb possible.
Every verb. Not really. We had to test out verbs and I think I did well. Now, one problem next year in French.
For the grads, thank all my teachers for helping me through all the years. Help my friends for helping me on tests. Just kidding. And, I don't know, that's it.
And my favorite teacher was Miss Zimmon.
Yeah.
She was very, very nice.
Wait, I have to see
Mine was
Yeah.
Grade 6, where'd your cousins go? Hard test.
Say thank you to Madame Vigard and Miss Patty for being such good teachers to me, and I've learned a lot, and I learned how to study too. Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
He should know.
Hard test. I'm so happy to start school. It's over.
Get out of here.
Mike, I'm fed off of me.
I can't.
I'm the best.
We'd like to say
All the graduates, 1995.
Okay. Can you say something? Wait.
Hi.
What are you gonna say? Let me say.
Congratulations to everybody and good luck in school.
And I'll get you guys. I just like to say hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Hi.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Hi. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Hi.
Hi. Okay, a second. I want to say good luck to everybody.
Shut up. And I just want to say you should save it because the years would be valuable.
Good luck to everybody.
Hey, check this out. Good luck. I think you should say this because I'm going to be a super baseball player, and then this will be where
Yeah, right.
in the extra minor league.
Okay.
Hello.
We're all gonna have good opportunities.
You'll probably see me early on in the video, but anyways, I have to say one more time, thank you to all my teachers because it's gonna pay off. Those verbs like really paid me off.
And I want to say something. I want to thank Madame Vigard for all the great year that she gave us.
Yeah.
And all
Only
the
one year.
He failed 4 times. Well, yeah, that's a problem. And all the years, and everybody that was in Madame Vigard's class, I'm sure they're feeling the same way.
Okay, my message is that I'm really happy to leave this school, and I'll have lots of memories. What did you do, Carrie?
I wish you luck, and I hope you pass.
I'd like to thank all my teachers. I'd like to thank all the teachers that I've had these years in Sunnydale, and I know that we're gonna have a great time in Okay, we have something to say.
Bye.
Sayonara. Ciao. Bye. Adios.
She's Steve.
A bientôt.
I also want to thank all the teachers I had. I want to thank all my teachers that I had in my Sunnydale years, and I want to thank Ms. Zimmy because she was my favorite teacher. Woo! Hi!
Mr. Shetty, I want to get your foot out of my face.
You saw me again earlier.
Okay, I just want to say I got my friends and everyone.
Excuse me.
Miss you.
My friend Laura has an impression of me.
And we had the best year.
Oh, wait, I got the best.
And these are my pals.
Yeah, this is my pal John.
95 rules.
I'm kind of dizzy now, I gotta get down.
Laura has an impression of me. Dear Carol, star of the dark, he's star. Take you under winter. Thank you!
We have a dance to make.
Everyone join in!
Okay, where did this go to Spice Bars? You carry the credit?
Congratulations!
Can we say something?
Hi! I'd like to thank all the teachers from Sunnydale for teaching me and getting me through my troubles. I wish. Okay, we'd like to say thank you, and it feels so sad to leave our school. And all our great teachers.
Can I say something? It was sad for us all. Okay, can I say something?
especially
I want to say I'm really going to miss Miss Lang. She's the best lunch mother in the world.
You didn't have Miss Lang yet.
No, Miss B is. No, but Miss Lang is the coolest. And I'm really going to miss her.
I had a great year.
Try and kick his head.
I'm gonna miss all my friends that aren't going to school with me. But I'll get to be in contact with them, and the one that I'm especially gonna miss, my good friend Josh Negaborn. I'm gonna miss him, even though he's not far away from me. I'll still miss him.
Thank you, Nina.
for all the stuff that you put us through this year, and that it really did help us, and it's going to prepare us for grade 7 for high school. Thanks. Okay, I'm not. Move out of the way. Okay. I'd like to thank all my teachers, especially Miss McKinney. She's not here anymore. Shut up. Congratulations to all the graduates, and I'll miss you guys, I hope.
I'd like to thank all the teachers, and I wish the best to all my friends.
He's a swingy now.
Miss Vigard and Miss Chartrand for helping me through the worst of times. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, best of luck to my friends who I'm splitting up with next year. Alyssa, Lisa, Jason, Michael. Don't want to leave anyone out. Josh Negaborn. No, I'm going to school with her next year. And unfortunately, I really like Jennifer. Ow! Why?
Her name is Miss. She was our great teacher, and she was very nice. And we want to congratulate her on a new baby, and congratulations to all the graduates.
We hope it's a girl, even though she didn't really teach us. She taught us how to cook, but she didn't teach me to become a teacher. She was my great
teacher, so I want to congratulate her, and she's my favorite teacher. My second favorite teacher is Nina, and I don't have to continue. So bye.
Okay, all of us at Sunnydale are mostly normal. We can't make him out because he looks like a mad guy. Remember, I did say most of us.
I made the best of friends.
Yo, kid, get out!
This is my pal Jen Eisenberg, and he's the smartest kid in the class.
President! This is Jeremy, the president of Sunnydale! Jeremy, this is Sunnydale! What? You have something to say? President of Sunnydale! Mr. Pres!
I don't know, I just had fun.
Assassinate!
Louder! Can't hear you.
Thank you for the great year, she said.
Huh?
Give the grade 5.
No, she.
We're graduating! They said it wouldn't happen, but we are.
Friends that are going to different schools. Why?
I always wanted to be a film star.
I especially thank Madame Vigard and Miss Chartrand for a great last year at Sunnydale Park School.
I know, he's coming really well.
He's good. And I had fun doing my verbs.
I'm graduating. We are graduating, and I'd just like to thank our teachers for teaching us very well. I'd like to say thank you to Madame Chartrand, Madame Vigard, and all the Sunnydale staff.
Ditto.
Well, Miss Vigard, well, she's very nice. She's very, very smart. Good is very Jerry.
I'm the suburb. You at least
Homies.
We're graduating, and we're happy. Very happy. Okay, I hope everybody has a good year.
I want to say something.
I hope everyone has fun graduating, and I hope they like their new school that they're going to.
I love This guy gets in trouble so much in coffee. He's gonna make me on.
Come here, Mike. Thank you to all of our teachers, even Mr. T. Well, you're on tape. You're videotaped. He needs a clip on it. Jade is working.
He's McDonald's car. McDonald's car.
Have a good year. Have a good year.
DJ, where's my $2?
Thank all the doctors.
Jerry, you'll be fine.
We'd like to congratulate all the doctors for 1995. For the next grade 6ers, grade 6 is very hard, and try not to get Mrs. Vigard. She's hard.
Congratulations, Sunnydale!
really pleased to have you with us this evening. Before we begin the ceremony tonight, I would like to introduce you to the people that are sitting on stage to my far left. We have a number of our staff and some guests with us. And in the front row at the far left, Mrs. Parody, who's one of our homeroom teachers, Mrs. Chartrand, Mr. Camp, who's the chairperson of the school committee, Mrs. Knob, who's the president of Home and School, Mr. Sherman, our school commissioner of the Lakeshore School Board, Mr. Tabachnik, chairman of the school board, Mrs. Crawford, our vice principal, in the back row, starting again on the left, Mr. Termors, our physical education teacher, Mrs. Kotler, one of our resource teachers, Madame Vigard, homeroom teacher, grade 6, Madame Coder, homeroom teacher, grade 6, Mrs. Carlin, one of our resource teachers, Mrs. Raposo, one of our integration aides, Ms. Fitzpatrick, one of our integration aides, and Mrs. Zinman, grade 2 homeroom teacher. At this time, I would call upon Mr. Martin Sherman, who is the Commissioner of the Lakeshore School Board for Sunnydale Park School, to bring us greetings from the board. Mr. Sherman.
Thank you. I have a pleasure tonight to bring you greetings from the Lakeshore School Board. Somebody wisely faxed me the agenda for this evening, and after seeing the length of it, I decided I'll make a very short speech. So basically, I'd like to congratulate the graduating class and wish them the best for the summer, and hopefully to see them at Lindsay Place next year. Thank you very much.
We are also honored to have with us this evening Marcus Tabachnik, who is the chairman of Lakeshore School Board and a very strong supporter of Sunnydale Park School and Lindsay Place High School. Mr. Tabachnik.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And it is my pleasure, and it's one of the pleasures that I do get in the job of being chairman of the board, of being able to attend a number of graduation ceremonies. This one is a bit of a homecoming for me. Both of my children attended and graduated Sunnydale School. Both survived Madame Vigard. They then came to Lindsay Place, and they graduated from Lindsay Place, and they're both on to university now. To the graduates, I'd just like to say that they have been fortunate to be at Sunnydale through their elementary school time. They've been fortunate to come in contact with a group of most dedicated and talented teachers and advisors and staff. The school board is very fortunate in the community that we live in. We have tremendous amount of parental participation across our school board. Sunnydale enjoys probably the highest rate of participation of any of our schools. And these students can be very thankful that they have parents to whom education is important. And while you're all sitting and basking in the glow of their graduation ceremony tonight, you can be proud of yourselves. You've given them a foundation for education that will carry them through high school and on into their postgraduate work. I'd like to offer them the congratulations of the Council of Commissioners and the entire Lakeshore School Board community, and best wishes for the summer, and I too hope to see them here at Lindsay Place next year. Thank you.
I must apologize to Mrs. Voyer, who is not sitting with everyone else, but is over on my right tonight. Louise Voyer, who is the friendly voice you always hear if you call into the school or that when you drop in. Louise is the person that makes you take a badge and won't let you out until you've turned it in to us again, and has been a very busy person in the last week or so helping us get ready for this evening. We have two people who sort of co-chair or co-presidents, I guess, of our Home and School Association, and one of them is here with us this evening, and that's Mrs. Karen Knob, and I would ask her to come and bring greetings to our graduates as well. Mrs. Knob.
signifies success, an accomplishment of your goals, but it also indicates an end of an experience. By now, you probably have all experienced a graduation from an activity of some sort. It could have been from preschool, ballet school, karate school, soccer, or even a baseball team. So you know all that feeling of hurrah, it's over, I did it. But you probably also know the feeling of, gee, I'm going to miss this. I'm going to miss my friends, the teacher, the secretary, the janitor, or even just that safe feeling that I know where everything is here, and I know that I belong. Now that you've graduated from Sunnydale, you can all say, hooray, it's over. But remember that graduation means that you've completed the task that was set out for you. You have learned what had to be taught, and everyone feels that you're now well prepared to go on to your next adventure in education. The Sunnydale staff has tried to impress upon you not just the academic skills that are so important, but the equally useful social skills. You have learned the importance of cooperation on the social and the academic level. You have seen the importance and the effects of self-esteem as it relates to yourself and to others. You have learned tolerance and fairness, and you have become better people because of this. As I see our second son graduate tonight, I'm filled with enormous pride, but also some melancholy. I think I speak for most parents when I say that we too are nervous about the upcoming school year. Here at Sunnydale, we feel that you're safe and protected, and as a family, we're comfortable in the school. But now as you enter a new environment, we do also, and we have to loosen the reins a little bit and acknowledge that you're taking one more step closer to adulthood. You should feel tremendously proud of yourselves, and we know that you will handle the uncertainty of a new school, new friends, and new experiences with ease. And 5 years down the road, when you're graduating from high school, you'll look back on this evening in June, and you'll wonder, what were you so worried about then anyway? You are graduates, you've accomplished your tasks, achieved your goals, and are now prepared to go on. Congratulations, Sunnydale grads. You do all of us parents proud.
I would now invite Mr. Andrew Kant, the chairman of the Sunnydale School Committee, to say a few words.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. It is indeed an honor to be part of this celebration. I want to take this opportunity to say a few words to the graduates. This year, you have worked very hard to successfully complete your elementary school education. Your teachers worked even harder to prepare you for next year's challenges. Sunnydale has taught you good values, good judgment, self-esteem, and what it is to have a sense of community spirit. These are important elements in your future development as good citizens. High school will open the doors to new experiences, growth, and a different environment. You will find that in high school you will be given a chance to make choices and explore new opportunities. As you will not all be attending the same schools, you will have the occasion to make new friends and keep in touch with old ones. As you get older, I am sure you will reflect fondly on the good times you had at Sunnydale. You may even feel like coming back to visit. On behalf of the school committee, I extend best wishes to the graduates and their families. I wish you all a happy and safe vacation and best of luck in your new beginnings.
School, after all, is all about students, and it seems only fitting that we invite Jeremy Wiggins, who's our president, and Lisa Schwartz, who's our vice president of the Student Council, to address us tonight.
Mrs. Latour, Mrs. Crawford, teachers, parents, and fellow graduates, I believe that the Student Council gives us, the students, a chance to feel what it's like to be responsible enough to help keep the school an educational and fun place to be at the same time. As the president of the Student Council, it is my responsibility to keep things in order and not to think up all of the ideas myself. Everybody had a chance to share their thoughts anytime they raised their hand. The rest of us took note and tried to make these ideas possible to arrange. Some were not possible to carry through, not because they weren't good enough, but because we had too much to do and barely any time to do it.
This Student Council year has taught us responsibility, leadership, and how to express our opinions freely. We also learned how to listen and share ideas in large groups. All of this will make next year much easier.
On behalf of the Student Council team, Jeremy and I would like to thank Mrs. McQueen, Madame Desjardins, and Madame Paquette for putting up with us for all those long night shadows. Your effort and time are greatly appreciated. Congratulations to all the graduates. Good luck next year. Thank you.
We have three very special young people who've been selected to represent their classes as this year's valedictorians. I'll call now upon Anna Tataras to give the first address. Anna?
Madame Latour, Madame Crawford, Madame Vigard, Madame Chartrand, d'autres professeurs, parents et mes amis de la classe de 1995. C'est avec beaucoup de fierté et gratitude que je me retrouve ici aujourd'hui devant vous pour représenter ma classe. Notre graduation est un temps de regarder l'avenir qui s'offre devant nous. J'espère que bientôt nous pourrons tout réaliser nos rêves et nos buts dans un avenir rapproché et en même temps pouvoir nous apporter de riches expériences de vie et pouvoir, par la même occasion, faire la rencontre de nouveaux amis. C'est aussi le temps de regarder et de faire le point sur le passé. J'espère que chacun de vous pourrait jeter un regard sur le passé avec beaucoup de joie en pensant au bon temps qu'on a eu ensemble à Sunnydale Park. Nous avons passé par différentes étapes d'enseignement avec des amis différents, des professeurs excellents et une administration très compétente et compréhensive. Toutes ces expériences nous ont motivés à devenir ce que nous sommes aujourd'hui. Il est vrai que nous avons beaucoup à apprendre, mais je suis convaincue que dans un avenir rapproché, nous allons tout grandir et sortir gagnants. Autant au passé qu'au futur, notre graduation est un temps de réflexion pour savoir ce que nous voulons être ou faire plus tard avec l'aide de nos professeurs passés et futurs. Je regarde l'avenir avec beaucoup de confiance et je suis convaincue que nos meilleures années sont encore à venir et qu'elles seront très enrichissantes et emballantes. J'espère que vous allez nous accompagner dans cette nouvelle expérience qui s'ouvre à nous tous. Bonne chance au finissant.
Thank you, Anna. Next, we'll call upon Laura Rollins to give the next valedictorian address. Laura?
Étudiants, enseignants et parents. Bonjour, je m'appelle Laura Rollins. Alors, l'année se termine finalement. Je suis très heureuse, mais aussi un peu triste. Je suis heureuse parce que tous les élèves de 6e année vont faire un gros pas maintenant. Et oui, le secondaire. Au secondaire, les élèves se feront de nouveaux amis. Ils apprendront de nouvelles choses. Je suis en même temps triste parce que je suis allée à Sunnydale durant 7 ans et ça c'est plus de la moitié de ma vie. Je me fais beaucoup d'amis à Sunnydale et j'ai fait de beaucoup de choses amusantes aussi. Par exemple, quand pioneer en 2e année, j'ai vu la visite au Stadium olympique en 3e année. Tous mes souvenirs de Sunnydale sont beaux, heureux et joyeux. Enfin, je vous souhaite bonne chance à tous les autres gradués. Merci à tous les enseignants pour leur grande patience avec moi et les autres élèves. Merci.
And last but certainly not least, I would invite Randy Botensky to give the last valedictorian.
When I think back to Sunnydale, here's what I'm going to remember. My friends that I made and will keep forever, my teachers who made learning fun, Mr. T who got to school for early morning sports even when his car broke down, he was always there for us. And last but not least, all the great field trips we've been on. And who can forget field day? What I'll especially remember starting Sunnydale in grade 3, not too sure if I'd make friends. As soon as I walked in, I saw people laughing, smiling, and having fun. That's what I'll especially remember, the fun. I'd really like to thank Miss Patty for being there when I needed help with all my math corrections. And Madame Vigard, quite enough. What else could you say?
Well, it's been a hard year, but we finally made it. Congratulations and have a great new start in high school.
I think all of our valedictorians did a wonderful job, and even though they were up here for probably less than a minute, I think we can all appreciate the time and effort that went into preparing for that speech that they gave tonight. At this time, we're going to present certificates to each graduate. I'm just going to remind our students to only stand when it's their turn or their row to come up, with the exception of the first row. We think we have this down to a science tonight. We're hoping we have it down to a science, including serving our certificates on a tray, which Mrs. Boye has prepared alphabetically ahead of us. So if we have no hitch, we should be giving the right certificate to the right person. And at this point, I'm going to ask Mrs. Parody to come forth to read the name of her students, and they will come for their certificates first.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present to you my homeroom graduating class this year. Simon Abbott-Ball. Jason Ansel. Rachel Bienenstock. Randy Batinsky. Jared Blumenthal. Christina Bourdon. Tom Brook. Nalia Charles. Jeffrey Delphin. Ilana Pfeffergrad. Robert Galley. Sanjay Gulati. Carrie Ann Cloda. Brian Knopp. George Kukulis. Michael Machado. Stephen McKinnon. Michael Marison. Craig Merritt, who's not able to be with us tonight. Chris Mignot. Suraj Patel. Marc Persaud. Carly Pouchette. Lisa Schwartz. Gregory Selinger. Melanie Scher. Carolyn Simpson. Jessica Somera.
Ready for the next tray? I would ask Madame Bigard, Mrs. Chartrand, to come forward for the next lifting.
fait plaisir de vous présenter la classe de 6e année immersion, salle 7. Valère Hamel.
Samantha Brown.
Caroline Bronstein.
Eli Shempov.
Joshua Elkin.
Karen Friedman.
Adam Galley.
Jordan Greenberg.
Adam Grill.
Aaron Groper.
Rishi Joshi.
Rachel Kerr.
Stacy Lebowski.
Alyssa Lefcourt.
Sasha Mande.
Elizabeth Baruch.
Amber McLeod.
Matthew Miller.
Trier Merit. Alan Richard.
Robin Noble.
Philippe Persaud.
Sean Powell.
Ria Finsky. Jody Roy.
Courtney Skolnick.
Adrian Schulzberg.
Amanda Tarrant.
Billy Leandropoulos.
I would ask Nino Panair to come forward and call out her students.
C'est avec grand plaisir que je présente ma clown, Amy Basil. Shiraz Chaudhry. Jamie Dudman. Dana Pryor. Tiffany Denman. Casey Morris, Josh Neckelborn, DJ Oberoy, Laura Rollins, Jonathan Shulak, Hayden Smith, Matthew Smith, Sherry Spun, Joshua Unger, Melissa Wallach, Sahawar, Jeremy Wiggin, Adam Wiggensberg, Robin Williamson.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our graduating class of 1995. I think they did really well. We actually had a little rehearsal where we were going in the right order and we knew which hand went the certificate and which hand was to shake with, and we got all that down pat, so I think we did really well there. We have a few tributes that we would briefly like to make at this time, and I'm going to ask Mrs. Crawford, our Vice Principal, to start us off.
At this time, we'd like to pay tribute to some individuals whose commitment and dedication contribute to the fabric of what Sunnydale Park School is. Sunnydale students, parents, and teachers are so fortunate to have amongst their many traditions one which captures the memories of their school days. Sunny Side Up, our school yearbook, went into its 8th publication in 1994-95. We'd like to thank this year's yearbook committee and especially the coordinators Bluma Beck and Etta Kunreich for all their time and effort. And our grads will be picking up their Sunny Side Up books at the end of our graduation program. Thanks again to Etta and Bluma. We've had an active student council this year at Sunnydale with lost and found displays, an Earth Day assembly, book and toy sale, and talent show as some of the many activities. All of this was organized under the capable leadership of Jeremy Wiegans, our president, and Lisa Schwartz, our vice president, who you have already met this evening. On behalf of all the Sunnydale students, thanks for your great ideas and hard work. Also, we once again would like to thank Francine McQueen and Lynn Desjardins, who were the teacher resources to this year's student council.
Another group that's worked very hard in the last few months, I guess, has been the committee that has put together our graduation this evening and the celebration that's going to be there for the students tomorrow evening at the school. And we would really like to thank all of the ladies who helped us so diligently over the last little while under the leadership of Mrs. Dubman and Mrs. Skolnick. There was so much work that went into it. As I mentioned, for the refreshments that are going to be available after the ceremony tonight, and a wonderful evening that's planned for the children tomorrow, not to mention the fundraising that, as you know, went on, and the tickets, and from one end to the other, even some of the decorations for tonight were all thanks to this committee, and we so very much appreciate your help of making this evening and tomorrow for the kids really very special. Thank you.
So many of the projects and programs at Sunnydale is our Home and School Committee. It has grown to be somewhat a King Midas story, for everything they touch seems to turn to gold. Our fundraisers have been huge successes. the Sunnydale Fair, bake sales, book sales, chocolate bar drives. Not only do these successes in turn transform into benefits for the students of Sunnydale, but the fun and family feeling of supporting these activities have developed into Sunnydale tradition. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our co-chairpersons, Karen Knopp and Linda Lecker, as well as all of those who participated in the Home and School this year. Thank you.
Congratulate a small group of parents under the chairmanship of Andrew Kemp, who met monthly throughout this year to deal with policies, issues, consultations of Sunnydale School and the Lakeshore School Board. Your input has been invaluable, and we rely on your advice, your ideas and thoughts, which assist us in making the best possible decisions for our students. We greatly appreciate the input of parents on our school committee and look forward to another good year with our school committee next year. Thank you to everyone that was involved with that group. This is the point at which the students are, I think, anxiously awaiting, because they kind of predicted everything that was sort of going to happen up to this point, I think. We're moving into the section now, which is the presentation of awards, in which we recognize certain students who stood out in different ways throughout the course of the past year. Selection of students for awards is a very difficult and challenging decision that our staff have to come to, because very often there are many deserving students and it's a very, very hard selection to have to make. However, sometimes decisions have to be hard and we do have to make them. And we're going to proceed through a series of awards at this point. We will ask the students to come forth when their names are called. And I'm going to ask Mrs. Voyer for the certificates for mathematics at this point. The first group of certificates, I'm going to ask Mrs. Chartrand to come forth and to read the names of the students who would be receiving the awards, the Certificate of Merit for the Mathematics League.
All of the students in grade 6 this year participated in the Canadian National Mathematics League competition, and we'd like to recognize 5 students here who did very well on behalf of Sunnydale. Suraj Patel. Jason Miller. Adam Galley. Gregory Selinger. And Lisa Schwartz. We also had a team of 10 students who represented Sunnydale in the Quebec Association of Mathematics Teachers, and we have certificates of participation for them, and like to congratulate them on the effort that they put in when they took part in it. So. Sasha Mandy. Adam Galley. And Rachel Kerr.
Lisa Schwartz. Suraj Patel. Gregory Sellinger, Carrie Ann Clota,
Nino's on her way.
Jennifer Eisenberg, Laura Rollins, Jason Miller.
We also have certificates for excellence in English coming our way. I'd ask teachers involved to come up, please, for the presentation of these certificates. Parody and Mrs. Chartrand.
The English Award for my room, room 5, Carrie Ann Clota. The English Award for homeroom 8, Rachel Levy.
And the English Award for room 6, room 7, is Rachel Kerr.
And now we'd ask Nino and Madame Viga to come up for the certificates for excellence in French.
Le certificat en français pour ma classe, Jennifer Eisenberg.
Certificat de mérite en français, salle 6, Carly Boucher. Salle 7, Anna Tataris.
I'd like to call upon Mr. Termers to come up and do the physical education awards, please.
This was a very good year at Sunnydale. I've never had so much trouble picking people and never felt so bad leaving so many kids out. These were the people that I considered. For the boys, Ryan Knott, Josh Lepkowski, Joshua Elkin, Sasha Mandy, Matthew Miller, Jason Ansel, Tom Brook, Chris Mignon, Shiraz Chaudhry, Charlie Grievous, and Joshua Nagelward. I'd like Matthew Miller to come up, please. For the girls, consider Jodie Rua, Anna Tataris, Samantha Brown, Elizabeth Maruth, Robin Nobel, Randy Betensky, Christina Bourdon, Lisa Swartz, Melanie Sher, Tiffany Gannon, and Laura Rowlands. And I'd like Randy Betensky to come up.
difficult these choices are. Our next award to be given this evening is the Award for Academic Improvement. There was one student that was selected from each of the homeroom classes, and I'm going to ask Mrs. Paradis, Nino Coder, and Madame Bigard to come forth, and they will call the names of the students who will be the recipients of the Award for Academic Improvement this year.
Robert Gowling.
Robin Noble.
Stacy Morris.
It's important for everyone to know that the small plaques the children are receiving this evening, their names are all on large plaques, which will be just at the entranceway where they've always been at Sunnydale, and they have been engraved, but we couldn't put them up until after this evening, so I'm going to be glad to remove them from my office and get them on the walls tomorrow. Our next awards, this is a new award that we're giving this year, and it is a new plaque that will be placed in our front hall. The teachers very much wanted to present a student from each class with an award for persistent and consistent effort throughout the year from beginning to end. And I'm going to ask the 3 homeroom teachers again to come forth so that presentations can be made for persistent and consistent effort.
This award goes to Jessica Samara.
Elisabeth Marouf.
Amy Basil.
I'll ask Mrs. Crawford to come forth for the next presentation for the Citizenship Award.
The Citizenship Awards go to a student from each of the grade 6 classes, selected by the teacher of that class, who's shown outstanding qualities of caring, cooperation, and respect within the classroom. I'd like to ask Marlene Kotler and Joan Carlin to come up and help present these, please. Caroline Brownstein. Saral Gupta. Erin Groper. Jeremy Wiegans. Ryan Knopf. And and Jeffrey Dalman.
Laurel and I are playing touch tag here. Our next award, we have two awards that are referred to as the ABCD Award. This award is presented annually to two different graduating students in memory of two kindergarten students, Andrew Coonrick and Kenny Brown, who died during the year 1992 and 1993, that school year. The ABCD is an acronym for Above and Beyond the Call of Duty. It is the wish that this award be used to recognize students who exhibit exceptional kindness and sensitivity toward their fellow students. The idea of this award is to acknowledge the redeeming qualities of kindergartners in general. For example, their trusting nature, their openness, their eagerness to learn, and easy acceptance of others in a graduating student. Receiving this award this year, we have two students. We have again two different plaques in memory of these two children in the front hall of Sunnydale School. And receiving the ABCD award in memory of Andrew Coonrick is Melanie Scher. Award, for the same reason, but in memory of Kenny Brown, is given this year to Carly Pouchette. Our next awards, which are referred to as our academic scholarship, again we have one student in each grade level who is given this award essentially based on achievement, quality of work over the course of this year. We have a student from, as I said, each of our three classes, and I'm going to ask Mrs. Paradis, Madame Vigard, and Nino Coder to please come up and acknowledge the students who are the recipients of this award in their three homerooms.
My scholarship award goes to Rachel Binnenstock.
Rachel Kerr.
Dana Fryer.
We now have some home and school awards that Mrs. Crawford will present.
There are 4 categories of Home and School Award, and I'm just going to read them along with the names. Get here. The first one is for School Spirit, and it goes to Anna Tataris. For Growth in Confidence, Stacy Lepkowski. For Responsibility, Jason Miller. And for Humanism, Nayla Charles. Nyla, excuse me. Lengthened School Day program is being offered at Lindsay Place High School. The youngsters will be together for the school day studying an integrated curriculum that stresses problem solving. The enhancements in the Lengthened School Day are 4 new courses. They are computer literacy and research skills, science for the 21st century, pathways to civilization, and lifestyles, fitness, and athletics. On behalf of Sunnydale Elementary, Lindsay Place High School is pleased to award a bursary to one of the students who has been accepted into this Lengthened Day program, and that person is Laura Rollins.
The next plaques to be given out are not on anybody's program. They are brand new and they haven't been done before. And other than Laurel and Louise and I know and know about them in this whole room. We have 3 people that have been working incredibly hard for our school over a number of years. And there is a plaque, again in the front hall of our school, that is recognition of excellent service to Sunnydale Park School. And each year, the parent who has been either president of our home and school or chairperson of our school committee's name has gone on the wall plaque. However, they've never received anything. And this year, for the first time, since we are unfortunately losing the people that have been with us for a number of years, we would like to at least send them away with something very concrete and solid as a real appreciation of the many years of service they've given to the Sunnydale community. And I'm going to ask Mrs. Karen Knopf to come forth and receive a plaque. Karen, just before you go too far, Linda Lecker has been co-chairing with Karen, and she is not able to be with us this evening. And I would ask that you accept a plaque for her and pass it on to her. I would now ask Andrew Kemp to come forward and receive a plaque as well for his many years of service as chairperson of our school committee. Very briefly, I would like to say a few words to our graduates, and I'm kind of feeling uncomfortable because the people I'm really talking to are standing behind me and I don't know how to fix this, so they're going to just have to listen and I'm going to have to look in another direction, I guess. But to our 1995 grade 6 graduates of Sunnydale Park School, this is a very special moment for me because you are a very special group to me. We tend to remember different milestones in our lives that mark firsts for us. It might be our first bicycle ride, it might be our first day at school, it might be our first job, it might be the first day that we accomplish something that is really important to us. This has been a special year for me, since it is my first year at Sunnydale, and this involved getting to know so many new people, our students, our teachers, our parents, and others. As such, I can't talk about having seen you grown and learn over the last 6 years. All I can do is give you my impression of what I saw in you this year and give you some advice which I hope you will remember. The high schools which will receive you next year are very fortunate. They will enjoy working with students who try hard, who do their best, and really have the potential to do some very excellent work. We've seen many wonderful projects that have come out this year from the group that's sitting behind me, exceptionally high quality work. We've seen them assume responsibility. We've seen them help younger children. We've seen them help as monitors in different ways throughout the school. And they've shown themselves to be really good problem solvers. My advice to you, our graduates, has to do with choice. And Mr. Camp referred to choice earlier when he was talking. Many of you have heard me say over the last year the only one you are really responsible for is you. No one can force you to do anything. No one can make you learn. No one can make you work. No one can make you pick your friends. No one can even make you make good choices. So many options are ahead of you next year and in the many years to come. Don't fall back on the easy way out by saying, well, he made me do it. She made me do it. Everyone is doing it. No one will like me if I don't do this. It's not he or she or everyone or no one who will be left with the consequences of your actions. It is only you. Hopefully, the advice and guidance given to you over the years by your parents and your teachers will help you make the right choices. I wish you a successful transition into high school and a lifetime of happiness, good fortune, and good choices that are yours alone to make. As we're winding up tonight, I know the room is hot and the evening is hot, and as you can see, we called a few teachers up at a time to do similar rewards so that we didn't have people sitting in heat any longer than we needed to, but we just have a few closing things I think that must be said. And again, I really want to thank Mrs. Boyer, who's spent her afternoon down here and pushing late into the afternoon and typing and doing programs and changes and everything else. It's been very, very hectic, more so than usual over the last week. Thank you, Louise. I would also like to thank the people from Lindsay Place High School who opened their doors to us and really just made us feel very welcome using their auditorium. We're all here this afternoon helping us set up the stage and really providing anything we needed, including Mr. McKinnon, who started the evening off tonight to be sure there was nothing at the very last minute that we might need. So we certainly appreciate the help given to us by our colleagues in this excellent school. And at this point, I believe Mrs. Dudman would like to come forth, and Mrs. Skolnick.
We, the parents of the grads of 95, would like to sincerely thank all the staff at Sunnydale who were involved one way or another with our grads this year. We thank you for a wonderful year, and we wish you all the best for the future with your new grads. Please accept these flowers that our children are going to present to you as just a small token of our appreciation. Thank you very much.
Carol Latour, Laurel Crawford, Louise Boyer, Madame Bigard, Madame Chartrand, Madame Coder, Madame Paradis. Hold on, I'll just wait till I get a few more. They're looking for their features. It's okay. Go ahead. There's Miss Carlin, Miss Fitzpatrick, Miss Raposa, Mrs. Conkler, Mr. T, and Robin Vinman.
We have one finale before we close this evening that we've kind of kept to the very, very end. Out of all the things that have happened tonight, with all the awards that have been given and all the very pleasant and positive things that have happened, we have one very special award we've kept right to the very end. We have one student at Sunnydale who's been selected this year as the Student of the Year by teachers for every possible reason that you could imagine. And we would like at this point to call our Commissioner, Mr. Sherman, up to help us present the greatest award we have at Sunnydale School, which goes to our Student of the Year, Lisa Schwartz. mom was helping us this afternoon set up, and I had to really be ahead of her to keep everything covered here. At this point, our piper is going to lead us out of the hall. Our staff are going to go ahead first, followed by our students. We would ask that people in the audience, if you wouldn't mind waiting until our stage has been emptied before everyone exits. And you are invited to join us outside for the reception that's been very kindly arranged by our graduation committee. And everyone will be receiving their yearbook as they exit down the stairs this evening. Thank you very much for making